Welcome everyone. Today I am going to talk about the command in Unix called tar, and this command tar is a archive command, and the full form of the tar is tape archive. It is similar to what do you archive in Windows using WinZip or RAR. Similarly, you can also tar it here with archive any file directories using tar command. Tar can you can run the help of tar with tar hyphen hyphen help to check the options, but I'm going to talk about the most frequently used options in tar and important ones. So let me show you my current working directory content, and I'm going to demonstrate the tar operation using these files, which are f1, f2, f3, and a.txt, b.txt. Okay, so let's start. The command I said is tar, and you use the option -c for create, and then you give a v as verbose, which will print the output of the files in the shell, and f is the option to give the name of the tar file. So I will give file.tar. So always remember you to give extension as .tar when you are creating a archive. Now we want to create archive for file 1, file 2, file 3, a.txt and b.txt, right? Like this. So either you write complete files like that, or you can give a shortcut like that: af star Unix pattern style matching and star.txt for txt files. Okay, let's run, and you can see um, these are the files for which tar has run, and we have got the file.tar now. Note that the when we run only the tar without compression, it runs. Okay, means the output file will have more or less same size as if you sum up the size of f2, f3, f1 and a.txt, b.txt. Okay, a little bit on higher side the size will be because there is no compression done. Okay, so this is tar. It is basically a GNU utility. Okay, now so as you know what I've told, that this is a tar. Now how can we check whether it is fine or not? So there are two ways to check. One is you can use tar minus t, okay, t, and then vf, and then the tar file name. Okay, so this t, it stands for um, list the files in the tar. So it will list the file in the inside this tar file. Let's check. So you can see f1, f2, f3, a.txt, b.txt have been listed with the same timestamp, same size, and same permissions. So that's how we can check that the tar has got all those required files which we wanted to archive. Now let me show you the untar operation. So you can untar here also in this current working directory, but in that case they will again get updated, right? All files. Or you can untar at another area. So you can create mk a directory, okay, yeah, like this, and either you there are two ways to untar in another area. Either one manual approach is you go to directory dir, okay, and now copy our tar here, okay, like this. Now we run tar, and this time we will use command ex for extraction or tar extraction, okay, then verbose v and then file and then the name of this tar file. So again you can see same files are coming up, but if you long list now, you will see the file f1, these everything, every file has been extracted at this path under dir, and their modification time, file size and permissions are exactly same as original ones. You can check, for example, let's check for f1. So you see f1 has got 448 July 10 and size and permission, okay, that's how you can check, right? So let me come back here. I will tell you another method of extracting it into this directory. Okay, so let me delete the content of the directory star. So I have deleted all the files which we just extracted now. There is nothing present in the directory as you can see, right? Okay. Another command you can also do is tar minus xvf. Okay, and then you give the file dot tar, and then you give an option called minus c and define the directory where you want to extract. You want to extract in this directory. Now run it. You can see those files. Now check the content of dir, and you can again see that the file required files have been extracted into this directory. Okay, so minus c option is very handy. Let's again delete the content of directories, the directory. Okay, let me tell you one more tip, which is if you run tar with an option creation. So let's check, do a creation of tar again, cvf. This time I will create a new tar, file1.tar. But, and look what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create f star and star.txt, right? But here the number of files are less, but for example, assume there are so many files starting with F or so many files ending with text, and if you want to exclude some of the file or one file, you can write hyphen hyphen exclude in the tar, and then you give a strong quote and give the name of that file which you want to exclude. For example, a.txt I want to exclude from the tar. When I'm creating this new archive, I want to exclude a.txt. Now let's run it and check. So you can clearly see that the tar does not or did not get the a.txt. Okay, let's check it for star.txt and see what happens. You can see this time the new tar file did not include any txt, even if we have given here, but exclude has that same, so it did not come as a part of the archive. Okay, I hope it is clear. And last option also I will tell you how to provide a list of, of files. So you can do curly braces f1 for example comma b dot or a dot txt like that and run again, and you can now see this time the tar or the archive did not have f1 and a.txt. So these are the methods you can use to exclude any specific file or a specific file in any specific directory also, or in the tar. Okay, hope this is handy. Now I will also tell you some more thing. So let me remove this file1 dot tar because that's not required right now. So you know already, right? This file dot tar has all the files, right? And let's check our directory content. It's nothing. Okay. So what I will do, I will run an extraction gtar minus extraction of this file. Okay. And I will say, okay, please extract in this directory, which all we already know. We have done this operation before, right? But I will show you how can you use the um, another switch called wildcards. So what you can do is you can use a wildcard switch, okay, wildcards, not card, okay, and then you have to give, for example, star dot txt, okay. Let's run. What do you see? That even if the file.tar had all the files, but this time I am only extracting a.txt and b.txt. Clear? So this is how you can use this one. Now wildcard can be used in this method, and at the same time let's try to use exclude also this time, okay, and check whether this works or not. Exclude equals star.txt, and you can see this time I'm excluding a.txt and b.txt when I'm extracting. So only f1, f2, f3 has been um, extracted from file.tar. So exclude will just exclude those files either in creation or in extraction, but the wildcard would selectively pick the extraction for given file pattern. I hope it is now clear, both the options. Okay, let's carry on. So I told you that the tar file doesn't really compress. This is file size for tar, and typically it would be a little bit higher with the of the number of the sum of f2, f3 file size and f1, and a and b.txt are already 0 size. How can we check the size? We can check the size in various ways. For example, if I want to check the size of f1, f2, f3, so I'll show you a trick to check the size. Let's run ll f star. These are the file we have to check the sum of these. There are three you can add manually, but let's assume there are so many files and you want to check the sum of all those files. So one of the method is using the awk. I will show you how to do it, okay? So you can do pipe add a awk command. If you don't know about awk, don't worry, you can ask me questions, I can explain later also. So if we give a begin block in awk, in the begin block of awk, I will initialize a variable sum as 0, okay? Then we give next block, which is the main block. In the main block I will say sum all the uh, column. So this you can check at your end what is the at which column your sizes are coming. In my case, it is coming out in column number 3. So I will say s is equals to s plus column 3, $3. Okay. This way I will sum all three number. Now I can even print it in the main block by saying print $3. Okay. Now closing the main block, and now I will, in the end block, I will print the sum. Let's run it. I have to also give a strong quote because I have opened the quote. I have to close it. So you see at the very end, this is the what I am printing. So what is the file size? Total file size is this 53384. Now check the size of our tar file, right? It's a little bit higher, right? Because tar will also consume a little bit of disk space, so you can see that um, you can check the correlation now, right? Now I will show you one more feature of tar. Okay, I'll use a hyphen, and I will explain you what hyphen will do. And here I will say f star or star.txt, just like before, and pipe with word count minus c. Minus c option of word count would count the byte size of character in the file. So if I run this command will, I have not created any tar file, okay, with this command, but this command has run the tarring of these and calculated the estimated size of the tar file which would be created in future if you run it. So right, okay. Now I will also tell you a zipped tar. So the zipped tar is compressed tar which can be created by command tar minus c for creation, v verbose, and this time I will also add a z which is a compression of gzip. Okay, zipped compression, and then f, and I will call this time a new file called file1 dot tar dot gz. So gz is should be the extension always when you are compressing with z. Okay, here there was no compression, so there was no dot gz. So this is a clear distinction between these two. So we do f star and star dot txt and run it, and now check the sizes of the tar. So now you can see it has been really compressed a lot, which is very useful. If you don't care about the file size of the tar, you can use this, but this would be a compressed option. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? But some of the commands of tar don't work directly with the compressed file. That's why I was telling that if you want to compress, you can compress. So what command doesn't work? I will tell you. So for example, there is a command, there is an option called W. It is the option is for verify a archive, whether archive has been properly worked or not. Okay, so this minus W option will only work for the tar, not for the zipped format. How? Let's create a tar, gtar, no, sorry, tar minus cvzf, cvf, not z, and include cvw also. Okay, wf, and call it file3.tar, and here I will only use f star. Okay, that's it. Let's check. So you can see these files have been tarred and also verified. So means successful operation has been done for these, and this file has been now created. Okay, let me show you one more example. So let me create another directory. Okay, mkdir, for example, dir1. Okay, you can create your tar in any path. That's that's absolutely permissible. For example, here I will create a tar inside my dir1 directory. Okay, and I will call my tar name as file.tar. And what I am tarring, these files f star, which are present in my current working directory. Enter. Let's check. So you can see f1, f2, f3 is printed. Now go to dir1 and now check. So this time the tar has been created inside my dir1. So that's absolutely okay. Okay, so there is no restriction. Now, now I will also show you one more utility or couple of more handy utilities in tar. Now what are those? Let me go to here. This is my temp path. Okay, so this temp path is a different path. So if I do pwd, it's a slash temp path. Okay, now let's just create a directory. Let's call it dir. Okay, go to dir and touch some files. Let me touch f1 to 4. Now ll, you can see I have created 4 files inside this directory. Okay, now um, what I will do from this path where I am working, I will create a I will try to create a tar. Okay, so I will create a tar minus cvf, and I will give a file name, this time file4.tar, and give the dir. Right, now run this command, and interestingly what you see, when you are doing this operation, the leading slash has been removed from the archived files. Okay, what does it mean? Let me check long list. You can see the file 4.tar has been created, right? What will happen? I will show you. So now let's untar this file.tar at this current working directory. So we run tar minus extract command xvf and the file 4.tar, right? Let's run it. So you see the tmp directory has been dumped here, and dir is also here, and you have all the files here, right? But this is not actual slash tmp, right? Slash tmp is still here. Means the leading slash has been removed. So this is a temporary directory creation where you have untarred, but you do not have this slash tmp preserved area. Means what I'm trying to tell, let me remove these file from the temp area. Right, now look, nothing is present in this directory. So if I untar at this location, this one, they are untarring into my current working directory. But here you can check nothing is being untarred. This is one of the problems. So this can be handled also. How it can be handled, I will explain you. So let me again create those files, okay, and go back here and also remove temp directory, okay. Let's create the tar again with minus capital P option. This capital P option will preserve the path, and then we give cvf and call the tar file, this time tar4 dot file4 dot tar, and give the tmp area dir, this one, right? You can either give temp dir or you can also give temp dir star, same thing. So let's run it again and check. So this time you can see there is no error message or warning message saying that leading slash has been removed, right? So good. Now this has been generated. Now what I will do, from the temp directory, I will delete these files, all those files. Okay, now you can see this is my path. You can delete the dir also in the temp. Now let's, when you are extracting the tar, like here, you also need to add that preserve path option in the extraction also, okay? Now let's check what happens. So now you can see those extraction has been done or at original path. Means if I long list here, there is no temp directory created. If I go here in the temp directory, I can see a directory has been created and all files have been extracted at the same location of the TMP. Okay, so this is very useful or handy operation. So guys, there are some more options which can be handy for you for your own usage or purpose. If you have any specific question on any specific switch, you can always ask me in the comment section. And if you like this or if you have learned something new from this video, please like, subscribe, forward to your friends and share your knowledge. If you have any specific question on this tutorial, please comment and let me know. I will answer. Thanks for watching. Bye. Take care.